Welcome to the lecture series on information theory and coding. So this is lecture number 15 on module number 2. So in previous class we were discussing about the Shannon encoding algorithm. We have seen one problem, how to construct an instantaneous code using Shannon encoding algorithm. We have seen the steps first, okay, and we followed the steps later with one example and constructed one instantaneous code. So today also we are going to see one more example for that same encoding algorithm, that is Shannon's encoding algorithm or Shannon's binary encoding algorithm. And after that we will discuss about the next encoding algorithm, that is Shannon-Fano encoding algorithm, okay, which is nothing but the improvement to the previous. So this is the example, first example of today's class. So write down this example, construct a binary code. Okay, I forgot to share the screen. Okay, is it visible now? Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, write down this question. Construct binary code for the following sources using Shannon's binary coding procedure. It is also called as a Shannon's encoding algorithm, Shannon binary encoding algorithm, or only binary encoding algorithm. Okay, or Shannon encoding binary coding procedure. So these are the 5 symbols: S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. So 5 symbols are given, and these are the respective probabilities: 0.4 to S1, 0.25 to S2, 0.15 to S3, 0.12 for S4, and 0.08 for S5. Okay. In the previous class, we have already discussed and we have already noted the steps in this encoding procedure. Okay, there are 5 steps in this procedure. So what is the first step? I have told you to note down the steps. In the previous class we have discussed. I have told you to note down the steps because every time we need to follow those same steps. What is the first step? Yes.
Symbol probability.
Oh, symbols with respect to the decreasing probability. Okay, with respect to decreasing probabilities. So the probabilities which they have given is already present in the decreasing order only. 0.4 is greater than 0.25, which is greater than 0.15, greater than 0.12, greater than 0.08. So they have already given the probabilities in the decreasing order. So let's maintain the same way. So S1, S2, S3, S4, S5 are already in the decreasing probability. So after this first step, we are going to name the probability numbers. So whatever the probabilities are given in the question, we are not going to name them as P1 here. This is not P1, this is not P2. Okay. So after the first step that we follow, here, we will name the probabilities as P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Up to that, the given probabilities are just the normal set of probabilities with for those respective symbols. Okay. So after the rearrangement, after the first step, so whatever the order will be there, so we are going to name them P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Okay. So now after this first step, this is the P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. What is the next step? Alpha sequences. Compute the alpha sequences. So alpha 1 is always equal to 0. Okay. Alpha 1 is always equal to 0. Alpha 2. How you calculate this alpha 2? Alpha 2 is equal to what? P1 plus
alpha 1.
alpha 1. So as we have taken the alpha 1 equal to 0, so this will become alpha 2 becomes P1. And P1 is what? 0.4. Okay. So alpha 2 is equal to 0.4. Next, alpha 3.
P2
Alpha 3
plus
is what?
P1.
Alpha 3 is equal to
P2 plus P1.
P2 plus.
P1.
It's not P2 plus P1. It is actually P2
P2
plus
plus alpha 2.
alpha 2. Okay. Alpha 2 plus P2. Alpha 2 is what? 0.4. And what is P2? 0.25. 0.4, 0.25, 0.65. Okay. So next, alpha 4. Alpha 4 is what?
P3 plus alpha 3.
Alpha 3 plus P3. Right. Okay. So alpha 3 is 0.4 plus 0.25, which is 0.65. We have kept it as it is, and P3 is 0.15. So 0.8 is the answer. Alpha 5. Alpha 5 is what? Alpha 5 is
P4
equal to
plus
alpha 4 plus P4. Alpha 4 is 0.8 and P4 is 0.12. 0.12. So it is 0.92. Okay. And alpha 6 is what? Alpha 5 plus P5. Alpha 5 is 0.92 plus P5 is 0.08 is equal to 1. And we are going to continue this calculation of alphas up to what? Alpha
Q plus 1.
plus 1. Up to Q plus 1. So here Q is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 symbols. Q is nothing but the number of symbols. So 5 plus 1, that is 6. Starting with alpha 1 equal to 0. So this is step 2. Coming to step number 3. Calculating the smallest integer value of Li, length Li for the code word for that respective symbol. Okay, using this equation. Calculate the small integer value for Li, where I is varying from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, using this equation. So 2 raised to Li should be greater than or equal to 1 by Pi. Okay, for I is equal to 1. So I is equal to 1, 2 raised to L1 should be greater than or equal to 1 by P1. What is P1? P1 is 0.4. So 1 by 0.4 is nothing but 2.5. And what should be the value of this L1 to get greater than or equal to 2.5? If you take 2 raised to 1, if I put L1 equal to 1, and it is 2 raised to 1, so it becomes 2, which is not greater than or equal to 2.5. So what we will do, we will take L1 is equal to 2. L1 is equal to 2. So 2 raised to 2 is 4. 4 is greater than 2.5. So L1 is 2. In the same way, for I is equal to 2, 2 raised to L2 should be greater than or equal to 1 by P2. 1 by P2 is what? P2 is what? 0.25. 1 by 0.25 is 4. So again, L2 is equal to 2. Now for I is equal to 3, 2 raised to L3 should be greater than or equal to 1 by P3. And what is P3? P3 is 0.15. So substituting 0.15. 1 by 0.15 is 6.67. You can use the calculator. You can find these values. 1 by 0.15 is 6.67. 2 raised to L3 should be greater than or equal to 6.67. So what is the value of L3 which will satisfy this condition? L3 is equal to 3. 2 raised to 3 is what? 2 raised to 3, 8, which is greater than 6.67. So now I is equal to 4. 2 raised to L4 should be greater than or equal to 1 by P4. P4 is 0.12. So 1 by 0.12 is 8.33. And L4 should be, if it is 3, if we take 3, 2 raised to 3 is 8, but which is not greater than or equal to 8.33. So let's take the next number, L is equal to 4. So 2 raised to 4, how much you will get?
16.
16.
So I is equal to 5. 2 raised to L5 should be greater than or equal to 1 by P5, that is 0.08. And 1 by 0.08 is 12.5. Again, 2 raised to 4, that is 16, is greater than or equal to 0. So L5 is equal to 4. So this is about the step number 3. Okay. So now step number 4. And what is this step number 4? To find the decimal numbers. To find the binary numbers from the decimal value of alpha I. So we have these alpha I in terms of decimal numbers. So whatever we have calculated here in step number 2, we have these decimal numbers. So we need to find the binary form of the same number up to Li places. Up to Li places. Okay. So alpha 1 is equal to 0. We can't expand that. So let it be 0 only. So we will take 0 number of zeros up to Li places for the first symbol. Okay. So now alpha 2 is equal to what? 0.4. So that is what we have got. Alpha is equal to 0.4. So which is in decimal form. So we need to convert it into the binary form. How to convert? 0.4 into 2. What you will get? 0.8, and the carry is 0. Okay. So again take this value and multiply it by 2. 0.8 into 2. What you will get? 1.6. 0.8 into 2 is 1.6. So 1.6 is considered as 0.6 with the carry 1. Okay, 1.6. We are considering that as a 0.6 with the carry. Now again take this value, 0.6 into 2, 1.2. So 1.2 is considered as 0.2 with carry 1. Okay, so we can continue this. But we need the code, we need these carry values only up to the Li places. So without wasting much time in further expansion, we will stop here only. So what is this L2 value? Alpha 2. For alpha 2 we are considering. Okay, so what is this L2 for I is equal to 2? That is 2. Only for 2 places we need the expansion. Actual expansion we need only for 2 places. So here we have calculated for 3 places. So let's stop here. In the previous class, so the example what we have seen, in that we have continued this expansion up to we get this 0 value, right? Up to 0 value, we were expanding this decimal to binary, right? But we need the decimal form only up to the Li places. So let's stop here. So alpha 2 is equal to what? 0.4 in decimal form is equal to 0.011 in binary form. Okay, now alpha 3. Alpha 3 is what? How much we got alpha 3? Alpha 3 is equal to 0.65. 0.65 in the decimal form. 0.65 in the decimal form. So converting this by multiplying by 2. 0.65 into 2, how much you will get? 1.3. So it is 0.3 with carry 1. So 0.0 carry 0 is 1.2. Binary form in I is equal to these 3 places. Up to 3 places we have got, we can stop this expansion. Okay, sorry, here. Up to 3 places we have got the expansion, we have got the binary digits. So let's stop here. So alpha 3 is equal to 0.65. in decimal, which is equal to dot 101 into the binary. Next, alpha 4. So this is alpha 4. Alpha 4 is equal to 0.8 in the decimal form. So converting this to the binary, 0.8 into 2, it is 1.6 with carry 1. We will take this as a 0.6 with carry 1. So 0.6 into 2, that is 1.2. 1.2 is taken as 0.2 with carry 1, and 0.2 into 2 is equal to 0.4 with carry 1. So with carry 0. So we can stop here, but let's see the length. For I is equal to 4, we need the length for up to 4 places. So we have got up to this only for 3 places. So we need to expand it one more time. So 0.4 into 2, we will get 0.8 with carry 0. So we can stop now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we can stop now. So alpha 4 is equal to 0.8 in decimal, and in binary it is dot 1100 into the binary form. So alpha 5 is equal to 0.92 in decimal. So 0.92 into 2 is 1.84 with carry 1. 0.84 into 2, it is 1.68. So it will take as 0.68 with carry 1. So 0.68 into 2, it is 1.36. So we will take that as 0.36 with carry 1. So 0.36 into 2, it is 0.72. So there is no any carry of 1. It is 0. So alpha 5 is equal to 0.92 in the decimal, and in binary it is dot 1110 in the binary form. So here we stopped because L5 is equal to 4. Okay, so we have expanded this alpha 5 for 4 places, and then we can stop. So this is about the step number 4, where we converted these decimal values of the alpha into the binary form. Okay, so what is the next step? Step number 5. What is the next step? What is the step number 5? What we need to do here? In step 5,
Remove the binary points to get the desired code.
remove the binary points to get the desired code for LI places, right?
Yes, sir.
So for alpha 1, we have 0, and L1 is what? 2. So L1 is equal to 2, we have alpha 1 is equal to 0. So 0, 0. Up to 2 places, we are expanding that 0 value. So 0, 0 up to 2 places for the first symbol, 0.4 probability. For S2, it is alpha 2. Alpha 2, we have expanded as 0, removing the decimal point and taking the code up to LI places. L2 is 2, so 01 is the code. 01 is the code. For S3, for alpha 3, remove the decimal point, and for LI places. So L3 is equal to 3, so it is 101. 101 because it is 3. Next one is for 4 places. Alpha 4, remove the decimal point and 4 places, 1100. So 1100. Next, alpha 5, remove the decimal point and length is 4. So 1110, 1110. So this is the code, and you can check whether this is instantaneous or not, whether it is satisfying the prefix property or not. Is it instantaneous? Is it satisfying the prefix property? Yes. Is it instantaneous or not? Do we have any separate code word which is a prefix of any other code words?
No, sir.
Is it instantaneous?
Yes, sir.
Any other answers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what? Is it instantaneous or not? So is there any code word present as a prefix of any other code word?
No, sir.
So it is instantaneous code which
Yes,
satisfies the craft inequality and also the prefix property. Okay. So this is about the Shannon binary coding procedure or Shannon encoding procedure or binary encoding, which consists of 5 steps. First one is to rearrange all the symbols with their decreasing probability. Next, to construct these alpha sequences. Next, to find the minimum value of LI, that is length of that code word for that symbol with that probability. And step number 4 is to find the binary form number from the decimal number of this alpha values. And next, step number 5, to construct a code from the values from the binary number which we have got in the step number 4. So this is about the Shannon encoding procedure. Now the next one, Shannon-Fano encoding algorithm. Shannon-Fano. Okay, so these are two scientist names. So the collaboration of these two people, they have constructed one algorithm for encoding procedure, which will give higher efficiency compared to the previous one. So in the previous, we have seen one example in the previous class, how to calculate the efficiency and redundancy. So in terms of 80% or 70%, we get the efficiency in this encoding algorithm procedure, that is binary encoding procedure. So they come up with one more algorithm which will give you higher efficiency compared to the previous one, compared to the binary encoding algorithm. So let's see the steps in this algorithm. So Shannon-Fano encoding procedure is given by, so these are the steps. So in the first step, so note down these steps in your notebook. So I'm not going to show you again these steps while discussing the problem. Okay, so note down these steps first. The first step, the symbols are again rearranged according to the non-increasing probabilities. So that is a decreasing order. So symbols are arranged with decreasing probabilities. First step. Second step, the symbols are divided into two groups so that the sum of probabilities in each group is approximately equal. So write down these steps. You need to look at those steps and you can easily solve the problem by and construct the code. Are you writing the steps?
Yes, sir. So the second step is to divide
the list of symbols with their probabilities into two groups so that the sum of probabilities in those groups becomes approximately same. So we need to first list them by the first step by the decreasing probabilities, and the second step is to divide the list into two groups so that the sum of probabilities in each group is approximately same. Third step, all the symbols in the first group are designated by 1 and the second group by 0. Okay, so first group that we have divided is named by 1 and the second group is named by 0. And the fourth step, so the first group which we have divided is again subdivided into two subgroups such that each subgroup probabilities are approximately same. So we are dividing the list according to the probabilities with respect to the probabilities. Okay, so the probabilities should be same in the two subgroups, and all the symbols of the first subgroup are designated by 1 and second subgroup by 0. So this process is repeated. The second subgroup, the first group into and step number 5 is repeated, which is nothing but the designation. Okay, the first group subgroup is designated by 1 and the second subgroup is designated by 0. So this process is continued until no further subdivision is possible. Okay, this process is continued till further subdivision is impossible. So we left with only one probability in each group or in each subgroup. Until that point, we need to continue these steps of dividing and naming the symbols. Okay, so have you written these steps, everyone? Have you written the steps? So any doubts in these steps? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, let's see one example for this coding procedure. So given the messages x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and x6. So there are 6 symbols with the respective probabilities 0.4, 0.2, 0.2, 0.1, 0.07 and 0.03. x1 is 0.4, x2 is 0.2, x3 is 0.2, x4 is 0.1, x5 is 0.07 and x6 is 0.03. Construct a binary code by applying Shannon-Fano encoding procedure. Determine code efficiency and redundancy of the code. Okay. So first step is to make a list of the symbols with their decreasing probabilities. So decreasing probabilities. So all the symbols are already given in the decreasing probability. Okay. So whatever the symbols and probabilities given, they are already in the decreasing probability. So we will maintain the same order. So x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and x6. 0.4, 0.2, 0.2, 0.1, 0.07, 0.03. So what is the next step? Second step, we are going to divide into two groups such that the sum of probabilities in each group is approximately equal. Divide into two groups such that the sum of probabilities in each group is approximately equal. What is the sum of this group? What is the sum of this group? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.